What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. Oh my God. Y'all, it's raining. Do you hear me? She's raining, driving. Oh my gosh. You guys, are you in the house? What are y'all doing? Oh my God. This is crazy, right? For the people who like to be out, for the people who love to be at home, they're like, bitch, this is what I do. This is what I do, right? So, we've been in the house, honey. It's so funny because I was listening to Rodney fuss about him trying to get some toilet paper. I was in the same situation. I was so mad because I really had like 5 rolls left and I needed another pack of toilet paper. And I don't get the toilet paper thing. I just don't get the toilet paper thing. You can't explain it to me. The only thing that I can think of is that so many of us really are operating from a place of like it's like crazy. Y'all, it is so crazy how people were trying to get that. They wiped out all the toilet paper. Water, I can understand. I can understand water because, you know, anything, water, something can happen to the water supply, anything, you don't know. Okay, I know it's a virus and I know how, I'm not sure how long it lasts per se, but, you know, anything is possible. You hear me? So, everybody's been in the house. All this shit has been going on. I'm not knowing, like, do I want to make videos at home? I really don't want to. I really, you know, it's very rare that I make a home video. But I have notes because I've been watching, everything. I've been watching everything. Not everything, but, you know, what I want to talk about. And I'm like, okay, so what am I going to do? Am I going to make videos at home? Am I going to get on the video? I know people are online and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to come right here because I feel better in my car. I don't know why. But anyways, I mean, I do know why. I know why because it allows me the privacy. I get to say what I want. Yes, I get to say what I want in my own home. But, you know, I don't want to have to tell people, can you guys be quiet while I'm, you know, recording when I have another way to, you know, create a space where I don't have to say that. You understand what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. So, yeah, I was out. I went to like 4 stores looking for, I even went to CVS, child. CVS. I hit up CVS. I hit up the 2 grocery stores, a little local grocery store too. But then one thing is it's raining out here, so I think it's actually perfect because that'll keep people in the house more. You know what I mean? Except for those people who are, you know, they have to be moving around and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know what y'all gonna do, but you know, just like take precautions. You know, and just take precautions. And it just really, it's weird because everything is like toilet paper, water, but all the shit where like cold and flu medicine, all that shit is still on the damn counter. What else? All the cleaning supplies are fabulous. So I saw a big ass. I was like, ooh, this is a big one. Let me get this fabulous. It's a whole bunch of shit that would kill germs that people are not buying. You're buying toilet paper and water. I mean, I don't know. I like, you buying, why aren't you buying, you know, motherfucking Tylenol or whatever the fuck, Theraflu, elderberry, honey, all the shit that you can buy off of over the counter. I don't know, maybe because it's more expensive toilet paper. I don't know. I have no idea, and I don't know what's going on. I don't understand it. I read an article that I was sent an article about, you know, like the rationale behind the toilet paper thing, and I could only theorize it down to like you're just following what other people do. Like, okay, well, this must be what I need in case of an emergency, instead of like really. I know it's a time for people, like, okay, you think like in a time of a disaster, people like come together, right? But then sometimes you shouldn't just follow anybody's lead. Like, okay, what's the toilet paper for? you know, you have water, you have washcloths, you have a wash machine. I don't know. Like, you have, like, the napkins were still there, and the paper towels were still there, and, like, what's with the toilet paper? And, like, I don't know. And I just imagine, like, a herd getting slaughtered. Like, okay, we're going to get toilet paper. Like, I don't get it. So, and I really needed toilet paper. That's what I was like. I didn't even think, like, in my neighborhood. I don't know why I didn't think that. I don't know why. I was just like, girl, there's going to be some toilet paper there. People are not. Like, this must be, like, in these rural areas where, you know, it takes you a while to get someplace, and if you got to be holed up someplace, you know, I could see that. I could see people stocking up. But, honey, one man, he stocked up so much shit that the damn people came to his house to seize all the stuff because he was trying to sell it on Amazon. Amazon was like, you're not about to do that. Like, that greedy, crazy, capitalistic shit, that shit is crazy. And it shows people in something like this, which is major but minor. Hello, crow, amongst all these seagulls. I love it. The only black one amongst all these seagulls. Where's any other crows? Just one. Flying with the seagulls. What is he trying to do? He probably like, look, they around someplace trying to get food. Anyways, it's a gang of seagulls, but only one crow was sitting out there. Oh no, there's another one. Okay, it's two now. Pretty soon there'll be a third one. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm like, these people are out here. They are really crazy, acting crazy about this shit. Like, just stay at home. Honey, my job, they were like, people are working from home. And then it like makes you wonder, like, okay, so then people, what is the point of making people come into work if there is an ability to work from home? If there's an ability to work from home, why are people coming into work? Like, what is that about? You know how much money, like, I think it will cost more, but then save money for employees and stuff like that. Like, you're still running a business, you're still making your money, you're still doing this, nothing that's, you know, you're actually saving, you know, money for your employees. I don't know. This shit is crazy to me, though. It really is. It really is crazy. I gotta put lotion. Remember to put lotion on your dry ass hands if you're washing them more than usual. You know, all the damn hand sanitizer. What about the soap? God damn it! Like, it's just it's crazy how people respond, and this is like an indication. But like, Orange Julius, they talking about he didn't test positive. Yeah, right, child. If you did, you would lie. We wouldn't believe you. We wouldn't believe you. Ain't nobody believing you. Crazy. This shit is crazy, right? All right, so let's talk about it. So over the weekend, we got a lot of videos today. So this is like one of maybe 4. I'm gonna just go ahead on a limb and say maybe 4 videos today. We'll see. Okay. I'm trying to get it warm in here. I feel sorry for God. People in like like nightclubs and stuff like that, oof, they gonna lose a lot of money. They're gonna lose a lot of money and like people are still going to club. Like, I don't understand. Like, why are you going? Child, whatever. Do whatever you want to do. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be none of that stuff. You really don't. You just have to mind the way you share germs. You just got to be mindful of that, because we share them anyways, from phone to touching the doorknobs. I mean, it's just like that. And if you're not like sanitizing your hands, and then you can kill good bacteria that keeps the bad bacteria at bay. Like, don't be no damn fool. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so we have time. I'm not in a rush, but I am going to try and keep the videos 30 minutes because we got so many to do. So let's start off with I guess people responding to the coronavirus. Aisha Curry and Steph Curry are in the Oakland area. They're going to be giving out like 1 million meals to Oakland students, which is good, because that was one of my concerns too, because I was like, we live in this society where kids and families, and it's just a testament to the state of this country, really. Like, people, I believe no one person in America should have to have more than one job, right? But we live in this crazy place where there has to be poor people in order for the shit to work. And those poor people have to abide by laws that say your children have to go to school to get an education. They go to school and their families are so poor that the only time these children eat are at school for breakfast and lunch and whatever else, right? So I thought, like, immediately I thought about all the little kids who get their breakfast from school, all the little kids who get their lunch from school, you know, and whose parents can't afford, you know, and who's, you know, you just don't know. Luckily, in the neighborhoods around, the school districts around in the area where I'm in, and in the other suburban areas and other stuff like that, they are providing breakfast and lunch for the kids. They put it on their little website, and they're going to have stops and everything, because I thought about that. I was like, you know what? That's a lot. And then, okay, when kids are at home, they eat. When you're at home, you have nowhere to go. People are going to be eating, and you tend to eat more when people are at home during the day, right? They're snacking, they're doing all this stuff. So if you don't have the ability to do that, if you don't have the means to do that, to buy extra food, right? Where people are just buying extra, just going overboard, extra toilet paper, extra. If you don't have the means to buy extra, you're gonna run out of food. Like, I mean, if you're gonna practice this social distancing thing, if that makes sense. Anyways, I only have a couple minutes. Okay, let's talk about the other stuff. So shout out to Steph and Aisha Curry. I'm sure there are other people doing it. You can hear about it everywhere. That's what I saw, and I thought it stood out. I watched the Hillary Clinton docuseries on Hulu over the weekend, and it was really good. I enjoyed it. I know, like, I didn't know her past, like, leading up to when we met her, when her husband was running for president, or when he was actually when they were kind of like prepping him. He was still the governor in Arkansas. And, you know, I thought it was good. And it's so sad, because even at the highest level, you just have these men who just, the society, that the way that she was treated, you know, you could say what you want about the lady. She really, you know, went to school, did her thing, you know, came up or whatever, wanted to be a lawyer. Seemed like, you know, they talked about Barry Goldwater and all that other shit. And, you know, I'm not a fan of hers at all, but I thought it was a very interesting story to listen to and to hear, especially when they were talking about just how the media was treating her. It was weird. Like, I just don't understand. I mean, it gives me the chills on why you treat the people who bring life into the world so poorly. And it is just so weird to me. I just don't understand it. And people govern our society and lives in that way. Like, I was watching Waka and Tammy's show, and I want to talk about that, because I was just watching them, just like, why are y'all working this girl to death like this? And that's what a mother is supposed to do. What is that? Where do you get that from? I don't know. It's just so weird. And the part that stood out to me is when she went to speak. I think she was in India, and she went to speak to this women's group or some type of annual women's organization. I don't remember what it was. And she gave this wonderful speech and was talking about that human rights are women's rights are human rights. And it's just like, why is that a thing? Why is that not just like, oh, this is a human and here's another human? You believe you're a better human because you have a penis? Like, that shit is crazy to me. Crazy to me. Like, doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense to me. How do you treat the life bearers, the bringers of life, the people who can make a decision to say, I don't want this baby or I want this baby? Women bring life. They have a decision to bring life in this world, and you have a society who treats these people like shit. Like, what is that? That shit is crazy to me. And then the excuses that are made for the oppressors of women. Like, it's so crazy to me. This shit is crazy to me. But they talked about Monica. They talked about, Bill and the Monica Lewinsky and how she was so fucking mad. She was pissed off. But they still married. And then I was thinking to myself, marriage, okay? Because it's all these fucking reality shows, love goals, marriage boot camps, Waka and Tammy, everything, Real Housewives, all of these shows that are talking about how people relate to each other. But when these couple shows come on, and the things and the problems in the relationship come from what the man is doing to the woman, and then the woman responding in this aggressive, masculine way, and then her being like, oh, like the way that Deb is framing how Tammy, I'm gonna talk about it. Speaking of Waka, so anyways, go watch the Hillary Clinton thing. It was very interesting. It's only 4 episodes. It's an actually interesting story. They talked about, the conspiracy theories, all that stuff about them killing people and the Clinton allegedly killing people and stuff. So go watch it. It's actually interesting. Waka Flocka, the switch challenge. Everybody is doing the switch challenge where they're dancing to Drake's song and they flip the switch and the people are changing in clothes, or their clothes change. You've seen it. It's viral. Waka Flocka is sitting there thinking, and good thing he doesn't get paid to think. He's sitting there thinking about how these men really want to dress like females. Whenever somebody calls a woman a female, she's been reduced down to her genitalia. Women inadvertently do it too, not realizing that you are just making yourself into an object in that way. So when a man refers to a woman as a female, which means you're female because of your biological makeup and your ability to have babies and to procreate, that's what makes you a female, because you reproduce. Okay, when a person reduces a woman down to that, she's an object. And when men tend to say that, they say it in a way that is disparaging. It's like these females, it's almost this disdain for this creature that brought your ass into this motherfucking world. You have this disdain for these creatures. And so you call them females, and it's females. And these females, I don't know why these niggas want to dress like these men want to dress like these females, right? And Tammy's in the comments saying, Waka, don't nobody give a damn. Just let the people enjoy themselves. I don't understand how your masculinity, what is happening to your penis when you are out looking for, because there's other switch challenges where there's family switching. Usher did it with his kids, flipped it. They're flipping their clothes, and some people who are couples are doing it. It's a man and a woman in a room playing a game. They turn the light off, switch their clothes. Don't nobody want to be a woman, man. If they did, what the fuck is wrong with it? What's so wrong with wanting to be a woman? Like, you guys are crazy. Like, literally sick. And I got some words for him from this show. Crazy. How is your masculinity so fragile that a game has you thinking that I ain't never wanted to be a female in a dress. Well, nigga, we wear pants. So we wear pants, we wear dresses. Does that make me less of a woman because I wear pants? Like, what is wrong with y'all? What is, like, it's crazy. I don't understand. Like, what do you think is gonna happen to this man? You think this man all of a sudden is gonna get down on his knees and start sucking dick? Like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Like, what is wrong with y'all? And if he did, what's wrong with that? Like, girl, I said these niggas are crazy. And guess who's in the comments affirming him? Guess. You'll never guess. You'll never guess. T-fucking-I. T.I. in the comments, yeah, man. Inserting some word that don't go there. Using it in the wrong fucking way. Like, girl. Anyways, we want to talk about Andrew Gillum, y'all. Andrew Gillum. In Florida. What is he, a governor? Honey, y'all know who Andrew Gillum is, goddamn. If you don't know who he is, go look him up. But he was in a hotel room. Cops were called to a hotel room. And he was in the room with a male escort and another man. And they found drugs in there. And he was vomiting when the people walked in, which I believe that, I mean, you could be that drunk. But they said he was too inebriated. Not drunk. Inebriated. So I can't get my words together to even give a statement. There was a police report. It's out there. You can go read it. At the end of the day, what would be the difference if it was a woman? Like, is it so like, oh my God, it's a shocker because it was a male escort and there, two men in there. He was in there with two men. What if he cheats on his wife with men? Right? So then there's this idea. That's why these women are running around with diseases and stuff like that. You act like women don't carry diseases. Like, because if he was cheating with a woman, would it be any different? Like, to me, okay. Whatever he did, politicians do. I think we have this idea that, we know politicians are they're regular people, right? They're regular people who have been called to serve a community or serve their people or whatever they want to do. But at the end of the day, they're regular people. They have desires, needs, vices, all of that shit. All of it. So if he's partying with men and getting ready to get down, what would be any different if it was a woman? What would be any different if it was a woman? What would be any different if it was a woman? I think this idea, because it was a man, like, oh my God, he's having sex with men. Okay, shocker, men have sex with men. Yes, married men cheat on their wives. Married women cheat on their husbands. Gay couples cheat on each other. Lesbian couples cheat on each other. People cheat on people, right? Doesn't make it right? No, especially if you have an agreement with the other person that you're not going to do that. Would she be less embarrassed if it was a man, if it was a woman? At the end of the day, the only thing I feel like he did wrong was embarrass his wife. That's the only thing he did that is like, oh my God, a shocker. Like, even this male escort was like, he ain't mentioned nothing about no wedding to me. So Andrew Gillum is getting so drunk, right? He releases a statement yesterday saying that he's going to check himself into rehab because after he lost, he went into a depression. And when you start drinking and you start doing things and your inhibitions are down, you're making impulsive decisions, you're not going to make good decisions. You're not. And you're depressed and you're self-medicating. There are lists of things. Okay. Yes. Like, it was like, I saw so many videos. It was like funny that it was like, oh my God, he got caught in a room with a male escort. But I don't think it would be any different if he got caught in a room with a female escort. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's no difference. His wife is still embarrassed. I saw comments of people like, oh, that's why women are walking around with HIV and testing positive and this and that. You act like women don't be fucking out doing the random raw shit out here willy-nilly. It's men are not more promiscuous than women. We just live in a society where men are allowed to do these things to women. And women will be stoned and killed if they are caught cheating on a man. Like, men are allowed to do these things, right? Somebody asked on Twitter, why do I always see younger women with older men? My theory is because older men get older. They don't want to date a woman their age or in their generation, because we know and understand, we've seen this type of man before by now. So when we see this type of man coming, we are not going to deem him suitable for partnership. Some will, some won't, depending on where you are in your life. I'm just speaking in generals here. But at the end of the day, a younger woman hasn't had the experience of this type of man, so she doesn't know what's about to happen until it happens. And now she has an example of a type of man she doesn't want to deal with. Right? That's my theory on the younger, older thing. Because we already know an older woman, they know your game already. So you need to go get you a 19, 18-year-old. Understandably, because if you're about to do some foul shit, if you're not going to be honorable to the person, you do want a person who doesn't know they don't see your ass coming. Right? Wouldn't that make sense? Okay, so that's my theory behind it. But at the end of the day, with Andrew Gillum's situation, women cheat on men all the time. They have full-on relationships, but you will never know it because we don't live in a society that forgives women for cheating. Hillary Clinton, how many times did Bill Clinton get caught? All these women coming out and all this other stuff, she's still with him. And guess who is to blame for him doing all those things? Her. Somehow she has to answer for his mistakes, his choices. All of those. Like, we don't live in a society where it's okay for the men to do all this shit, because the women are expected to take them back. Look at Nene. Look at Portia. Look at Kenya. Look at Cynthia. Look at all of these women. Look at Tammy and Waka. Look at them. Guess what Andrew Gillum's wife's gonna do? Would y'all leave your husband, your politician husband? He's caught with it. Would you leave him if it was a woman, or would you leave him if it's a man? Is it a difference? Like, why is it a difference? This motherfucker's just as nasty. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So that's my time, y'all. Andrew Gillum, I'm glad he's going to rehab. And that's just what it is. To me, it doesn't make a difference. You cheating on me with a man or a woman, it makes no motherfucking difference. Our agreement was, nigga, we together. You're not out here doing these things. Okay, you depressed. I get it. But now you're making choices that's going to put my life in jeopardy. Whether it's a man or a fucking woman. Guys, it doesn't matter. But I know it's like, oh my God, he's sleeping with a man. Politicians sleep with prostitutes. They do. All the time. How many times have we seen text messages from these damn politicians telling prostitutes to get abortions and shit? What's the difference? Anyways, Andrew Gillum, I hope you get your help. You embarrassed your wife. I mean, what are you going to do? She might take you back. That's what the people do nowadays, child. Anyway, that's my time. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. And we'll be back with another video. Peace.